Hey, good day YouTube. Today I'm gonna work on a sanding spindle. I got nothing, I have a belt sander, I got an orbital sander. I just got nothing to sand the inside of a curve. Like anything concave, especially a curve, I got no way to sand that, so it's going to be another great tool that I'm going to utilize a lot. Let's get started. Okay, for this project, of course, you're going to need, I got an old piece of plywood here. I'm going to put 3 of those. I'm going to stack 3 of those, one on top of the other, glue it, clamp it, and we're going to make our spindle out of this. So I'm going to set my compass to 3 inches. Well, an inch and a half, but once you go around, it gives you a nice 3-inch. And 3. We're going to use that compass point here to drill our center hole for our, we're going to also need a bolt. Okay, so now we'll just cut this up. Now I'm going to utilize my little belt sander. Just sand around right to my line. The circumference of your circle has to be really true because it's going to be a spindle for sanding, so you don't want it off kilter because it's just going to make a racket and it's not going to work. I have a couple of person that ask me, well, you do those things, why don't you use all your power tools? I'm trying to go back to my roots. I want to try to make hand tools. I am making hand tools, and I want to try to work more and more with my hands instead of using my power tools. So more and more as time goes by, I'm going to utilize my hand tools more and more. So I'm going to put my power tools aside one day and say, that's it, hand tools only. There we have it. Rough sanded my circles. You gotta love my homemade dog system. So I just took out my little drill press and I got a dog in the back and it's held in the front with a piece of board right to my vise. How cool is that? I have the hole from the compass, and that's gonna guide me. Okay, I'm gonna drill 1 inch because I want it big and I want the hole big enough where I can actually put a socket in there and tighten it if I need to, or loosen it or tighten it or whatever. There we have it. Now I have a recess for my nut and the head of my bolt. now what I'm gonna do is actually glue all this. So we need a recess on the bottom and a recess on top. And I'm gonna put my bolt in there like this. Okay, recess on the bottom, like so, like so. Okay, now you're gonna put in your bolt, make sure everything aligns before you clamp it. Wipe the excess glue here. Now I'm gonna get a wrench. I guess I won't need a clamp after all. I'm gonna go for a coffee, come back in half an hour. And this thing will be dry. Okay, I put in my bolt inside my drill press. You want the spindle to sit right on your chuck, okay? Because if it's longer than that, you're gonna put strain on your drill and it's not gonna be good for the bearings and whatnot. So I'm gonna take off about 1.25 inches here. We're gonna put this in our drill press, and we're gonna true up our cylinder here. The nut is sitting right on the chuck. So now all we gotta do is tighten this. And for this one, I'm gonna do, to true it up, I'm just gonna use a rasp, go up and down until it's smooth all around, and we're gonna finish up with some sandpaper. Now I'm gonna take a board with some 100 sandpaper right on top of it. It'll help flatten out the surface. You know what I hate the most about sandpaper and the way to attach sandpaper is either there's always adhesive in the back or you need double-sided tape and whatnot. What I want to do with this is make it so we don't need either. The way I figured this is, see this, I was looking at my block here. That gave me the idea. How is this kept in place? It's kept in place with a wedge. So what I'm going to do here is cut a slice right in there, I'd say about 3/8 deep, and both of our sandpaper, we're going to fold one edge, put it inside of there, and then we're going to fold the other side, put it inside of there too. And the way that the sandpaper is going to stay in there, we're going to put a little screw here and a little screw there, and that's going to keep the sandpaper right in place. Nice recess for our sandpaper. Make sure it's flush. Then bend it. Now I'll just go around. So there we have it. It's not coming out. Now we get to try it. Great spindle. It was fun to make, and it's not that hard. And the neat thing is it doesn't need no two-sided tape and no spray adhesive or nothing. That's what it's all about. For me, woodworking is what it's about. It's not about buying things, it's about making them. So on that note, guys, we'll see you guys on the next video.